Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And she loves every moment.
The audiovisual content has to be made available anywhere, anytime, and in any form. In the past, traditional broadcasters were afraid that the emergence of internet television would threaten the existence of traditional television. The reality is that this is not happening. It's actually being enhanced. People simply consume more audiovisual. It's just that they do it throughout the 24 hours of the day. They do it in the morning, they do it at work, they do it in the buses, they do it in trains, and they do it again when they go back home and they watch the large screen. Our job, and I think the challenge for future broadcasting, is not so much any longer on developing new hardware that can move the cameras faster and so on. Obviously, this will be taking place, but it is how can we find the proper ways to make the Olympic Games, to make sports relevant to those audiences who are used to be consuming audiovisual in this slightly different way, through slightly different means, and maybe that can be approached in different storytelling ways and maybe in different technological ways. In Vancouver, there were no tablets. Vancouver is not ancient history, but tablets had not been invented yet. They were not around. Okay, so enablers like that, the fact that NBC decided to put everything out on digital very boldly, decided to exploit, to do a very good digital application, helped them bring demographics that they thought were lost forever from the Olympics, watch the games and stay there and watch again and again. Use the video on demand, chat, share, go to social media and so on. So I believe having a starting point, which is the most popular event on earth, it's not really, the important thing is not really to bring more and more people. Everybody's coming to the Olympics. It's to help them stay with it, experience it more, and experience the Olympics and its ideals in ways that are meaningful to younger people.
The meaningful question is interesting because when I look at my boys and they're the connected generation, they'll watch something for kicks for 5 seconds and then it's forgotten. So it's not a meaningful interaction necessarily. I mean, they'll watch the Premiership football, forever and ever and ever, and they can tell you anything about it. They'll dip in and out of the Olympics and not, if I'm honest, not be super engaged, but just pick out the Bolt 100 meters or when something goes horribly wrong, like the YouTube hits for the cock-ups type thing. So it's making that digital experience, which is very transitory, into something which is a deeper connection.
And it's clear that it's a different type of experience. And also we have to be frank, precisely because this experience becomes so much shorter, so much spontaneous, so much more shared. A very big amount of that is today amounting to rubbish. The reality is that 95% of the stuff that's being exchanged out there is rubbish. It's not worth to be retained in a museum like this one. And this is for us the challenge of how we approach the Olympics. We have to make the Olympics relevant for use in this way, whilst protecting the values and the qualities of what is Olympic. This is our challenge. For us, Rio will be the first real multi-screen experience games. We will be providing to broadcasters the basic coverage, as comprehensive as ever, but also we will be providing to them additional material that can be used as a second screen experience, whether it's data, whether it's different angles, whether it's nice super slow-mo sets that they can manipulate, go back and forth in the competition. And we will try to facilitate broadcasters, the rights-holding broadcasters, into really entering in today's digital broadcast world by those different applications. I would prefer to leave aside many discussions about innovations on the sheer hardware. It's very nice. Of course, we're going to develop new cameras. Of course, we're going to develop new lenses. We're already doing. But I think what will make a huge impact will really be those digital applications. I think this will enable hundreds of millions of people, and especially younger people, to come closer to the Olympic experience in a way that has not been possible before. And this is what is really driving our current work for the coverage of the Rio and the future games.